Hello and welcome to today's Daily Rift.
I wish you luck, hero.
We appear to have entered hell, so that's good fun. This is part of a batch of videos that I'm recording all at once, mostly because I won't have electricity yesterday, which is tomorrow for me, but yesterday for you guys when this video goes up, but still. So. Oh, those things I don't like. Yeah, Mallet Lords are annoying. Because that swinging attack they do does like massive amounts of damage. So again, after completing the Rift, I actually gained another level, which is why I'm now level 16. And I didn't make too many changes. I got one of the Vault runes, the first rune for Vault, which is the Action Shot rune, which shoots as you vault, so that's good fun. Not a particularly useful rune, but ultimately I think we'll be getting the Tumble rune, which gives me the ability to vault twice with a cheap second vault, so which is a really handy rune. But you can see the action shot firing off. Oh, we're going this way? Okay. So you can see the action shot firing off whenever I vault there. It's not an especially great rune, but it'll do. We also got the displacement rune for Smoke Screen, which gives us 100% movement speed bonus when Smoke Screen's active. So, again, not the rune I'm going to end up using for Smoke Screen, but a handy rune nonetheless. I don't have anything for preparation yet. We won't be keeping preparation. It's just there for the moment. So. What I really, really like is Elemental Arrow, which I haven't unlocked yet. So hopefully that happens soon enough. Though. What's that? It's a Ghastly Seraph. It's a really unusual construction. I don't think I've ever seen a segment of this stage arranged in that way. Maybe it's a Rift special. There are stage segments, because in case you don't know, the way Rifts work is basically every stage in Diablo 3 is made up of segments that are all designed to be fitted together in various ways. And the Rifts are basically a random arrangement of those segments. The levels you play through in the game will have fixed arrangements, or most of them have fixed arrangements. Some of them use segments, and they're pretty obvious. Like the Cathedral in Act 1 is an example of one that's randomly assembled from segments. But there's only a few ways it'll assemble. Rifts have more ways and they're a bit more flexible, but there are also segments that only show up in Rifts and don't show up in the main game. I've noticed actually one of the big differences tends to be that there are segments that show up in, particularly with regard to exit positioning and stuff like that. I've come across a few areas where the exits are different to how they would be if it was a normal level. So you also often end up in Rifts getting these sort of long corridor versions of some of the layouts, particularly the Chaldean Sewers layout. You can often get just a very long corridor version of that in Rifts. I think I've got videos where that's happened. So you can go back and look for that. I think we might even have that for this particular layout actually. Not entirely sure at this stage, but kill that Tomb Guardian. Tomb Guardians can be annoying because they just spawn skeletons all over the place and you end up having to fight all the skeletons before you can kill the Guardian. And it's especially annoying because I've got the Herald of Pestilence there, and they of course do that stupid thing with that long tentacle arm they have. Which can do a lot of damage, particularly later on once you get high difficulties. They create that poison field that does a lot of damage. Take out the Tomb Garden. Take these guys out. A Smoke Screen there for no reason. I was going to vault. Hand was on the wrong key. Back around. Good. These dervishes can be annoying too because that spinning thing they do deflects projectiles back at you. The one that's a key guarding in Act 2 is particularly annoying for that, I think. But these guys aren't too bad. They don't deflect all projectiles either. There are certain attacks that they won't deflect. Amusingly, one of them is Cluster Arrow. My goal is to get to a point where I'm using Cluster Arrow But of course, Cluster Arrow is annoying in that it costs so much hatred, so you need good hatred generation before you can really start using it effectively. In a way, I suppose that's true of every hatred spender. But, you need to be able to. But most spenders only cost like 20 or 25 hatred, whereas Cluster Arrow is 40 hatred, which is nearly double, I suppose. And it means you can only get a couple of them out for a full thing of hatred, unless you've got increased hatred capacity or better hatred regeneration than that. So. But Cluster Arrow is so good that it's worth the extra cost most of the time. At least that's the opinion I've come to, having been using it a fair bit recently. Just unlock Spike Trap and Serrated Arrow for Hungering Arrow. Serrated Arrow is really good, actually. And we've unlocked Companion, which means I'm going to have to sacrifice Preparation to get Companion out. So we'll switch that up. And of course, the first Companion is the Raven. We want the Wolf, ultimately, but we'll go with the Raven for the moment because it's our only choice. And it's extra damage. The Raven does its own damage. It can't be targeted by enemies. It's one of the companions that can't be. There's a couple that can be. The Boar and the Wolf can be targeted by enemies, which is why if you have the Marauders bonus, it gives you all the pets. You end up seeing like every... you end up seeing like those companions up where the Enchantress appears for us at the moment. So it gets some Enchantress gear actually. I don't think I've actually got any gear yet, so hopefully we'll get some soon. This is why Tomb Guardians can be annoying. I've got like 3 of them. They're actually champion pack here. And they're just spawning. This way there's like a billion skeletons around at the moment. Wow, that frame rate. This is intense. This is where Bolus would be really useful actually, if I had it equipped, which I don't. Actually, Cluster Arrow would look amazing here too. Try and clear out these dervishes first, because they're just annoying. Okay, the dervishes are down. So everything else needs to go down now. Oh wow. Wow, I can't do anything there. I have to kill these champions. Wow, this is just impossible at the moment. I'm just killing and killing and killing and Let's try and get these guys down. The annoying part is you don't even get XP for it. So, focus. Interestingly, they only have 1 affix. I'm sure I had things with 2 affixes before. So I don't know what that means. I'm just going to keep trying to... There's 1 down. Let's try and get the others down. But you know what? We're just going to get out of this level. I'm not even going to kill these guys because that's just too annoying. So we'll just go into a new level. Continuing our theme of being in hell. Instead we get Tremors. Yay! These guys aren't as annoying, but they have like a shielding attack that reduces the damage you do to them. So. Interestingly, this guy also has an electrified affix. See, one of the advantages of being near a level effort in a rift is, of course, that you can just skip out on the level if something's really annoying, like those skeletons were then. So, the main issue was that we weren't getting any XP for killing those little skeletons. It's just easy to move on to the next level. I will get XP for doing this. In a greater rift, that scenario would have been really annoying because it would have cost a lot of time without any sort of advancement through the rift. So. But that's not an issue for us in regular X. So. What is an issue for me is trying to kill these guys. Okay, that was nice and easy. I'm just going to check my gear, see if I picked up anything worth picking up. No, I want my gear. No, we haven't. We've been relatively light on the loot in this run. It's a little bit annoying, but not a lot I can do about it. As long-time World of Warcraft players know, random loot is in fact random. Doing alright in the gold front though. I mean, it's not the millions of gold I get from playing my, Torment 600, but it's decent enough. So, cool, moths. These guys aren't annoying at all. It's not the moths, it's those insects in Act 2 that spit the small insect explodes out at you, and they do so much damage. The little insects are really small and they just hit so hard. I've died many a time to those. And of course the good old molten explosion. Those were leggings. Not an upgrade. May not get much in the way of upgrades for this run, but that's okay. I'm going to try and get through the rest of this run a bit quickly because just so much time was lost on that pack back there, and I'm just, I just want it over and done with at this point. It's really weird. So, oh god. Get this all out of the way. That way I can move on, get a few more levels. We're going to hit level 18 pretty shortly from the bit, so it's nice and easy to do. These guys out. The other problem, of course, is it takes me a long time to do a rift. I run out of things to talk about to you guys as I'm doing it, so I don't really like doing that. I like to keep talking. So. Clearing everything out. I think the other problem is that it's nearly lunchtime where I am, so I'm starting to get a bit hungry here. So killing demons is hungry work, guys. Making videos about killing demons is really hungry work. Pretty good. Still got a little ways to go on the rift progression. Like to be a bit faster, but I'm level 17 and I'm equipped in mostly blues, so can't really complain too much. You can make it faster by going on normal, but I think the XP bonuses for being on hard outweigh that a lot. And later on we're going to go up to the next difficulty as soon as I feel we can. Which will probably be around a point where we're equipped in all yellows and we're starting to steamroll these. Because I'm recording videos of these, I have a good idea of how long it's taking me to get through them. And of course we've just leveled up again, so that's really good for us. I don't think we unlocked anything I want to use. Nope. Nope, cool. So, might be a little while before we do any skill change-ups, because we're still in that phase where I'm unlocking a lot of the sort of lesser skills that I don't really need, or don't really intend to use to level up. My goal eventually is to settle on the same kind of frost build I use on my main Demon Hunter, because it seems to me to be the most powerful build. It's a very fun build to play, but this sort of, I sort of want to get there. The challenge to me here is to get to that point again with a different Demon Hunter. And in case you're wondering, the character name for this Demon Hunter is Emily. I just pulled it out of the air. I do that with all mine. Like, all my characters have like fairly normal names. I just pick a random girl's name and go with it. So those portals are great fun. So the other thing with that backflip is that it only occurs if enemies are within a certain distance too. So it doesn't happen all the time. Just something to note about it. What I'm really waiting for is Unlock Sentry. Because that'll be the 4th button slot there, will be Sentry. Actually, it'll probably be the 3rd. I'll replace Companion. Companion will go into... yeah, Companion will probably go into slot 2. I think that's where I usually keep it. And slot 1 will stay Bolt. That's not moving, because Bolt's good. I can't remember what I keep in slot 4. Maybe that's where I have Sentry. No, I have something else in slot 4. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll check later on my other Demon Hunter. The other advantage of doing this is it means I have a character specifically for these videos, and I can level the other Demon Hunter. And that was, again, one of the sort of driving forces behind wanting to do this, so I could keep playing that Demon Hunter outside of making these videos. And have a character where you guys don't miss anything with this particular character. And so you get to see her grow and develop. She'll grow and develop entirely in Rifts. If I need to, I'll farm bounties with my other Demon Hunter and some of my other characters. I have a bunch of characters. In fact, I believe with this character I've filled all my character slots. So I won't be able to create a Season 2 character, and I'm not planning to. I did do Season 1, and I might do Season 2 a bit. I'll have to delete like a low-level character I've got. I think I've got like a Witch Doctor I've never really played. So maybe I'll do that, clear that out, and yeah. Anyway, not much more to go with this. We're nearly at the end. According to the Riftometer over the side there. It shouldn't take us too long to get through here. I had the achievement for getting tongued by those guys too. That sounds really dirty, but they sort of attach to you with their tongue and then jump at you afterwards, and it's, yeah, pretty kind of gross, actually, I guess. So, I mean, maybe not as gross as shoving your arm under the ground and, like, digging through a hole, but it's still kind of gross. Okay, so we've got a Bone Warrior, and we've got, oh god, this will be good fun. So I'm going to have to clear through this area just to get to the Rift Guardian, who's over there. And this is one of those, because this portal here is just constantly spawning enemies, trying to clear this portal out. This is going to be really annoying. Yeah, and we have, oh wow, everything. I'm going to die. Yep. Well, that was annoying. It's because we have this portal that's just constantly spawning, so I'm trying to clear that out. This is why enemies need to die in regular rifts when the Rift Guardian spawns. Because this is just going to be so painful to do. I don't have this point. Fortunately, I do have that. So. The downside of evasive fire is that you lose that control over your positioning with it. I'm really thinking about whether I should keep using it or not. Maybe switch over to bowlers. Obviously I can't do that right now. I think that's the Rift Guardian right there. No, that's Corrupted Angel. Oh wow, really? Corrupted Angels? Like the worst possible enemy to get with regards to being champions. And they even have Frozen, which is just annoying as hell. This is going to take forever, and I can't skip it either because this is where the Rift Guardian is. So I'm trying to focus these guys down because they need to die. Ah, I'm out at this point. This is where having plus arrow is really good. Okay, so this is going to take quite some time, I think. It's a bit annoying. But we will get there. We've got 2 of the angels down. I think there's only 4 of them. This guy's nearly dead. Move out of the way of that. It's only dangerous. We should be able to clear these guys. Some of the enemies here are being spawned by the Bone Warrior too. I think they are. No. No, it's not the Bone Warrior that does that. It's the Crusader King that does that, isn't it? So, Bone Warrior just happens to be annoying. So I used the wormhole there to get out of that situation, which was really cool. Sometimes wormhole can actually benefit you more than hinder you for that exact reason. Okay, he's down. So I think all I've got now is the bone wall and a couple of basic ads. We should be able to get through this now pretty easily. That was really complex. I wouldn't say it was tough. Like, I know I died and stuff, but it was just a lot of enemies that I had to do a lot of damage to get through. Yep, I'll take the teleport there. Build up. Hatred. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. Like, it doesn't help that the Bone Warlock has like 36,000 health and I can do at most about 70 damage to a hit. Rapid Fire makes that a bit easy because of course Rapid Fire is quite fast hitting, which is why it's so strong. But of course it doesn't hit much each hit. You can see I'm doing more damage with Evasive Fire. But we're getting there. He's nearly down to 25%, so... It's like there's those little quarter indicators in the health bars, so you can sort of have a good visual indicator of how much you've got to go. At least for with Guardians and bounty targets and stuff like that, you get it anyway. Other stuff, not so much. And sometimes even you don't even get it with bounty targets either, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, so he's spawning all those skeletons. They're all spawning with like effects like flex damage and stuff like that. Knockback. Fast. So that's kind of annoying, but they'll all die once he dies, which isn't going to be very long. Yeah, he teleports right behind me just as I vault there. There we go. And another legendary, a legendary ring, wow, okay. Doing my blood shard count world good here, so let's take a quick look. Okay, we have a... I think that Shattered Bolt might be the better option there. No, that's... depends whether I want healing or not. I'm just going to go for raw damage at this point. I don't think healing is as important to me right now. So we'll identify the legendary, which is a ring that we're going to equip regardless of what it is. It's a Manol Heal. Never even heard of that one before. All I know is that that's going to be huge. Yeah, 167 damage up from 121. That's huge. That quiver's not as good. That's not as good. That's terrible. And that's terrible. So we won't be keeping any of those. Anyway, so that's the end of this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.